Thank you for tuning in to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Courtney Ham.
And I'm DeAndrea Turner.
We have breaking news regarding the NCAA case against Ole Miss.
Billy Sherman is in the studio with more details. Billy?
Yeah, that's right, guys. It's a case that simply won't be laid to rest, and that's the NCAA ruling. After submitting their appeal for the sanctions put down by the NCAA, the university has received a response. The Committee on Infractions came out earlier today to say that they are sticking by the NCAA's ruling. This means that the committee believed that there is credible evidence for the ruling to be reasonable. For you Rebel fans, there is good news because the appeal has not been formally declined and Ole Miss will still have their case heard. Reports are saying that the final decision will be reached sometime this summer, and when that happens, it will bring an end to a 5-year investigation surrounding the university. We'll continue to provide updates on this developing story, but for now, not all hope is lost for this appeal. Courtney and DeAndrea, back to you guys.
Thanks for that update, Billy. Mississippi has a problem with young, well-educated people leaving the state. There is a combination of factors causing the brain drain.
Brittany Brown reports on the struggle to keep Mississippi at home.
Graduation is 10 days away and seniors are preparing to take the next step in life. Many students plan to leave Mississippi and they're adding to the phenomenon known as brain drain. Senior Savannah Smith committed to a year-long research project on this issue, and she looked at brain drain in Mississippi, why some of the state's best and brightest are leaving.
I really think that I really found that it is a much larger issue than just there's not jobs or opportunities in the state of Mississippi. It's much more of an issue of social landscape, political landscape, cultural, landscape. I think that people want things to do. They want, young people especially want, just different things to do.
Brain drain is a real issue in the state of Mississippi. In fact, this state has the highest percentage of Mississippians leaving than any other state in the country, an overall net loss of 4%. And where are these Mississippians going? Well, all over the world.
I really did try to stay in Mississippi. I looked at many different universities or try to get a job in Mississippi, and just kind of nothing was really biting, nothing was really sticking for me. And I applied to the Clinton School in Little Rock, and it was kind of like history from there.
Some students are going thousands of miles away from home for new opportunities.
I'll be moving to Washington, D.C. after graduation. I interned there last summer. I loved it. I just love the city. There's a lot of opportunity for the field that I want to go into. So I just accepted a marketing and communications job at the downtown D.C. Business Improvement District.
But not all students are so eager to leave Mississippi.
After graduation, I'm going to move to Jackson, Mississippi. My boyfriend just got a job with the Clarion Ledger, so we're going to be based there for about 2 years. So I've just been applying to jobs. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Even though some stay, far more people are leaving Mississippi. Between 2010 and 2017, 40,000 people left the state, most of them with college degrees. Brittany Brown, NewsWatch, Ole Miss.
Mississippi only retains 63% of its residents. Most people go to big cities in the South like Atlanta, Nashville, Houston, Dallas, and Orlando. Oxford's annual celebration of the LGBTQ community begins tomorrow, with many events throughout the weekend. Savannah Woods reports that the highlight of the weekend is on the parade on Saturday.
I have a renewed faith in humanity.
Pride Weekend Planning Co-Chair Kevin Cozart is excited for his third Pride Parade and the opportunity it provides to everyone in Oxford. Cozart feels that this event is helping the progression of Mississippi and the South.
The events like this are still needed so that people can learn about the community and get to know them better. But also it gives members of the community and their allies a chance to be visible. But I will say to have a community that supports the LGBTQ members and understands the value of them, I think is really important to the long-term health of Mississippi.
Like Cozart, advocate for the LGBTQ community, Emily Hink, believes equality and events like these are essential to being more inclusive of all people.
I think it's really important to celebrate that community because for so long, the LGBTQ community is kind of just swept under the rug, and there needs to be a celebration of them, and they need to be able to openly celebrate in a community where they're not going to be ostracized.
Here on the Oxford Square is where the Pride Parade will take place this Saturday at 2 p.m. The LGBTQ+ community and the Sarah Isom Center invite everyone in Oxford to come out and take place in the festivities. Savannah Woods, NewsWatch, Ole Miss.
The shooting at the Lyric Friday night prompted Oxford's mayor to call for an increased venue security. Yesterday, Mayor Robin Tanhill told the audience in a Board of Aldermen meeting to expect new policies over to Oxford's entertainment venue in the near future. She met with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and other offices to discuss how to provide the quality of life and safety that the people of the city is used to. Oxford Police does not have a suspect from Friday's night incident in custody. OPD says they're looking for a red Chevrolet Tahoe with the large chrome rims. If you have any information, you're asked to call OPD. The J.D. Williams Library is a place where students study for exams, but now the library is having a rise in theft. Sarah Kate Callagwire finds out more what the library intends to do.
At exam time, the Ole Miss Library is seeing large crowds of students flooding in to begin to prepare for final exams. But what students aren't thinking about is the possibility of their belongings being stolen. Junior Sarah Brown, along with many others, had a first-hand experience having her purse, wallet, and car keys stolen while she got up to go to the bathroom.
I mean, I've been going there since freshman year, and I'm a junior, and I've never had problems, and, like, everyone just kind of leaves there. So, I mean, you're going to the bathroom. You don't think you need to, like, take your laptop to the bathroom for 2 minutes.
Students often leave their personal items behind while going to the bathroom, getting in line for Starbucks, or meeting up for group assignments.
I'm here at the J.D. Williams Library, where they are jump-starting a new campaign to raise awareness about theft in the library. Starting next week, they will be handing out these cards, which will inform students to make sure they don't leave their items unattended.
It's a library and you want to feel safe here, but it's still a public place where lots of people are coming and going. We don't have security at the doors. We're not checking IDs or anything, so anybody can come through. So if you're going to leave your stuff, you're opening yourself up for the possibility that it gets stolen.
The library staff encourages students to notify them of their missing items in order to keep them in the loop of what is going on for them to be able to take the proper measures in order to fix the problem.
We also know that space in the library is a premium, so you want to claim your spot once you get a spot. So really we're just trying to encourage people to not, if you're going to leave something, leave a notebook.
The library also recommends students leave their items with a friend at their table rather than alone.
I feel like Ole Miss is generally a really safe campus and stuff, and I just never assumed anything would get stolen.
The moral of the story is that your own college campus is not immune from theft. Sarah Kate Callagwire, NewsWatch, Ole Miss.
Starting this Saturday, the library will be open for 24 hours and will remain open until the end of the week of finals.
With finals week being next week, sometimes students just need a break. Haley McKee reports about some students attending a de-stressing party earlier today.
Students are beginning to prepare for finals, and with finals comes lots of stress. Junior Kaylee Williamson is overwhelmed with how much work she must accomplish within a few days.
I don't have any breaks. I have finals every single day, and so it is very inconvenient that I don't have a day to like relax and study or to take a break, and so I'm constantly going, and I wish I had that space to be able to relax and not have to worry about I have to study right for the next one.
Students may be stressed about grades, having all the right materials for test week, and getting home for the summer. Ole Miss Barnes & Noble Bookstore hosts an event each semester for students to relieve stress.
Every year we try to throw like a little mini party that people can just come and go as they please. Just something to take the stress off of the incoming finals week. It's really hard to learn anything if you're not having fun. Like they've done studies where you retain more if you're enjoying what you're doing.
The bookstore provided board games, snacks, and a whiteboard to promote positivity before the upcoming test week. One of the attending students thinks that the event was the motivation she needs to start and end finals week strong.
So I've been very, very stressed, and next week is going to be even worse with finals, and so I just happened to come to the bookstore to get a Scantron, and I saw this event, and it's awesome because I just get to chill and eat some snacks and just relax in the midst of all the craziness I've been dealing with.
With finals week starting this Monday, it's important to remember to stay positive. Haley McKee, NewsWatch, Ole Miss.
The Oxford Community Market takes place every week, but yesterday an Ole Miss program hosted something special.
Madison Scarpino attended the market to find out more. Madison.
Thanks, guys. That's right. I went to the weekly Oxford Community Market yesterday, and Rebelwell hosted a potluck for anyone in the community. I talked to some vendors and Rebelwell members to find out more about the event.
The weekly Oxford Community Market took place yesterday with dozens of local vendors. Harvest Manager Virginia Baker hopes to improve the health of the community.
For me, I definitely came into it through like environmental organizing and activism, and saw like the power that food can have when we are eating locally and when we are eating things that are grown organically by people who are taking care of the land and everything. So it's really great to be here and see a whole community of people who support that and are believing the same things, want to eat fresh, want to eat healthy, local. So yeah, I'm really grateful to see all these people out here.
The Ole Miss Wellness Program Rebelwell hosted their third potluck at the market. Wellness dietitian Mary Anna Jers says the focus is to bring the community together.
I think the fun part about this is that everybody brings their, probably their native food or the food that they kind of usually have at home, and you get to see the different cultures around and try different dishes as well. The goal is to get people together to eat, pretty much, that's it. Because I think eating builds communities. Our goal as Rebelwell is to offer healthy options. So we had a table for our things where we kind of promote the healthy aspects, like a lot of the fruits and vegetables that are local and seasonal and all of that. So for us, it's to kind of promote healthy eating and get the community together.
Unfortunately, Rebelwell will not be hosting another potluck until September, but Oxford Community Market takes place every Tuesday, located on the corner of Bramlett and University Boulevard. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Madison. One popular national organization is making some major changes. See which one next.
But first, Annabeth Polakovich has your first look at the current conditions.
Happy Dead Week, Oxford. This week we're looking at higher temperatures, which you're probably feeling outside right now, but there will also be high winds the rest of the week and unfortunately rain on Saturday for Cinco de Mayo. We're looking at the current radar. It's really clear right now, and there's more to come on Storm Watch.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I know, I
was.
heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Yes, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Say goodbye to the organization you previously knew as the Boy Scouts. Less than a year ago, the Boy Scouts of America decided to invite girls to join their organization, and now they have decided to take the term boy out of their name. Starting February 2019, the organization will be called Scouts BSA. The name change was sparked from their latest campaign slogan, Scout Me In, emphasizing the expansion to include both boys and girls. According to the Boy Scouts, over 3,000 girls have already joined the reclaimed organization. A military plane performing a training mission crashed near Savannah, Georgia earlier today. A spokesperson from the Georgia Air National Guard said the crash was deadly, but no names or numbers are being disclosed until the investigators have more information. We do know that there were 5 crew members on the plane at the time of the crash and that the plane had been in Savannah undergoing routine maintenance for a few days prior to the incident. At this time, the cause of the crash is unknown as well. Turning to a salad might not be the healthiest meal choice for you right now. The food poisoning outbreak from E. coli contaminated romaine lettuce has sickened a total of 121 people and reclaimed its first fatality as of today. The fatality came from California, but the outbreak has reached 25 states and continues to grow. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention continues to emphasize that consumers need to check where their lettuce comes from and to not buy or eat lettuce that originated in the Yuma region.
The state of Iowa has approved one of the most restrictive abortion bills in the U.S. The law bans most abortions once a foetal heartbeat is detected. Republican lawmakers passed the bill and went in back-to-back votes, sending it to the governor's desk to sign into law. If the bills go into effect, most abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy will be banned. The heartbeat law would require women seeking an abortion to have an ultrasound to screen for a foetal heart. If it is detected, she cannot continue with the termination. Today, the French President Emmanuel Macron had a rather delicious faux pas at the Australian First Lady that left his audiences scratching their heads.
The French community in Sydney who will be waiting for you with anticipation and joy, I know.
For the French gastronomy, the French winery, but I wanted to thank you for your welcome. Thank you and your delicious wife for your warm welcome. It's the perfect organization of this trip. Thanks to you and Lucy. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Australian's First Lady delicious, it's not quite what it seems. The word could also be used to refer something or someone as delightful. Macron chose the word he wanted to use, but not the meaning.
Summer is almost here and the Oxford weather knows it.
Yes, and I hope it stays summery for the rest of the week until finals. But Annabeth Solakovic will let us know in her extended forecast coming up next on Storm Watch.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Happy Dead Week, Oxford. It has been a beautiful day here, and we're looking at a current temperature of 86 degrees, which is pretty hot for this time of day. It's partly cloudy, and there are winds out of the south at only 10 miles an hour, but there's no chance of rain, so it's looking really nice outside. If you look at the current satellite, you can see that there's really no cloud coverage we have going on, and there will be no rain here in the next few days, but there will be some rain later on this weekend. Looking at the current temperatures, you can see that it's really hot across the board. It's 86 in both Oxford and Holly Springs, 84 in Corinth, 86 in Tupelo, and a little bit warmer in South Haven at 85 degrees. Looking at tomorrow's temperatures, it will be same thing because it's very hot. It'll be 87 in both Oxford and Tupelo, 87 in Corinth, 86 in Holly Springs, and 85 in South Haven. Looking at tonight's forecast, it will be really nice out at 63 degrees and it will be clear, but those winds will still be picking up at 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the south, but there will be no rain. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, it will be warm like I was saying with a high of 87 degrees, but it will be partly cloudy, so you will get some shade from that sun, and winds will be out of the southwest from 10 to 15 miles an hour, and there will be no chance of rain. So looking into next week, you can see that it actually will still be pretty warm, a high of 82 on Friday with a 60% chance of rain Friday night, a 90% chance of rain on Saturday, unfortunately for Cinco de Mayo, and on Sunday and Monday 81, and Tuesday a high of 80 degrees. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Annabeth. The Peach Bowl Challenge took place, and see how our Rebel football coach Matt Luke did against the other SEC coaches.
And Braden Thornberry won the most valuable Rebel. Let's see what other awards he is up for next.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome to Sports Watch. I'm Billy Sherman. Matt Luke brought another trophy to Oxford on Tuesday after winning the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl Golf Challenge with partner Wesley Wells. The tournament consisted of 11 teams made up of a university coach and a celebrity alumni. Luke faced off against the likes of Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney, and Mark Ingram before winning with a score of 11 under par. The winner is awarded a prize check of $110,000, which is split between the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and a scholarship at the university. Braden Thornberry, the #1 amateur golfer in the world, was just named a semifinalist for the 2018 Division I Jack Nicklaus Player of the Year award. Thornberry is one of 30 Division I golfers up for the award and just builds the already impressive resume of the young superstar. Last season, Thornberry won the NCAA championship and held the longest stroke average in the country at 69.88 for the second straight year. He has held the Rebels in 9 of the 11 team tournaments this season. NFL safety Eric Reed is filing a collusion grievance after remaining unsigned since his rookie contract with San Francisco expired in March. Reed is working with lawyer Mark Garagos, who also represented Colin Kaepernick. Reed was one of the first players to join Kaepernick in kneeling during the national anthem to protest police brutality and racial inequality, and continued the protests during the anthem after Colin was out of the league. After the end of the season, he tweeted at the beginning of the offseason that teams were not interested in him because of it. That's all for sports. Be sure to follow our Twitter at NewsWatch_UM for more sports updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Billy. Coming up, The Good Life with Grant gives you a little taste of south of the border right here in Oxford.
Stay tuned. There's more NewsWatch when we return.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
And welcome to this week's edition of The Good Life. I'm here with my friend Eddie Hernandez, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He and Ole Miss alum Susan Puckett have written this amazing cookbook, Turnip Greens and Tortillas, and he's here to show us this Mississippi-inspired recipe for a lemon garlic Delta salad. So Eddie, take it away.
Well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely, definitely, my pleasure.
Important thing, this salad is really, really good. In no excuse why you should not be able to do it.
Easy, I love easy.
The first thing you're gonna do is just gonna. This is the hardest part you're gonna do. You gotta crush your garlic.
Okay.
Chop it up really good. And then just kind of smear on the table.
Kind of like a paste.
Yeah, you're gonna make like a garlic paste. And a little salt. And then just crush it. Perfect. And then once you have it crushed, everything else is gonna go into a little bowl. We're gonna add the lemon juice. And then all we gotta do, we're gonna emulsify the oil with the garlic.
Okay.
And try to get it into a lemon dressing consistency.
Okay.
So then we gotta make sure that it's good, so we're gonna taste.
Let's taste.
You wanna taste it?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another spoon for you.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
there.
I'm gonna dip in.
And then once,
oh wow, that's
once
amazing.
You got my avocado ready?
Yes, sir.
Senor.
What you want me to do?
Just cut it on little squares.
I can do that. I think I can handle it.
And then it's really easy because then on, all you gotta do is add things to it.
All right, guys, well, that's all the time we have for today, but I'm telling you, you've got to get this amazing cookbook, Turnip Greens and Tortillas, so you can make this delicious Delta salad. All right, Eddie, thank you so much for being here.
Man.
I've enjoyed it.
pleasure.
Here, let's eat up.
Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Cheers. All right, guys, until next time, we'll be living the good life.
Wow, I don't know if I can wait until Cinco de Mayo to get some south of the border food.
That looks so good.
Oh my God, it looked delicious. So are we gonna have some good weather for Cinco de Mayo weekend?
Unfortunately not. We have a 90% chance of rain. So go fiesta inside maybe.
I think that's a good idea. Thanks,
Okay.
Annabeth.
And speaking of fiesting, we wanted to say congratulations to our anchor, Courtney. She is graduating this next week, and we just want to give you this congratulations.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Deandra. Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Courtney Cam.
Be sure to catch us here again on Air at 5 in our Facebook live stream. You can also catch our show on HottyToddy.com. I'm Deandra Turner. Thank you and good night.